Alright, so welcome to another video on edible and medicinal plants here in Pennsylvania. This is a beautiful Sunday afternoon out here today, here in the middle of June. And as I'm walking along the trail, I'm finding a number of plants that I can do some videos on. I'm looking for certain plants in particular. Right now I'm looking for some Fleabane, looking for some yarrow, some other things. I saw some back there, but I'm trying to, a little bit of traffic noise off this side, so I'm trying to get away from that. But we'll walk on down this trail, see if we can find some of the things we're looking for. Beautiful day for a walk, though. Yeah, down there in the water are some turtles. I know this is supposed to be edible plants, but we might as well take a look at the turtles as well. I think there's a log out there with, yeah, there they are. Quite a few. Big one and some smaller ones. Those are probably eastern painted turtles. Just chilling out there. Well, I've been walking along for quite a while looking for some more Fleabane. I saw some at the beginning of my video, but I wanted to come further down the trail. But right here we have some. They look like little daisies, but this is actually, it's called Fleabane. They're a member of the aster family. And this is a good spot because conveniently over here are some real daisies. These are pretty sure are called oxeye daisies, and these are much larger. You can see compared to my hand there. I might actually pick one of the Fleabane flowers over there and bring it over here. They're a common flower, so picking these won't harm anything. And plus they're gonna mow this trail soon anyway. We're here in a state park, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick this and bring it over and compare it to a regular daisy. You can bear with me here for a moment. There you go. Here's the Fleabane, and there's the oxeye daisy. The petals are much smaller too in comparison, but all right. So once again, the name of this plant is Fleabane. Brought some with me. Kind of in a shaded little spot here. Probably not the best location to film. You're probably going to hear some traffic, maybe some other noises behind us. So kind of walk back closer to where I parked. But anyway, that's the way it is. Still a nice little spot, a little stream over there. But anyway, Fleabane. So the name itself tells you a little bit about its medicinal properties. It's the bane of fleas and other insects. I mentioned this plant in other videos. It contains a natural insecticide or like bug repellent called pyrethrum, which a lot of bugs find unpleasant. You know, the early settlers would pack this stuff in their mattresses and in their drawers and stuff. Their drawers where they kept their clothes, not their drawers, but maybe they did that too, who knows. And it would help to keep unwanted bugs away. It does have a strong smell to it, so I can see why bugs may not like it. So Fleabane. And also that pyrethrum can be, some people who are more sensitive, their skin's more sensitive to things, they might experience some kind of discomfort from pulling or picking this plant. Like if it's growing in your garden and you're weeding with your bare hands, some people might experience an irritation from that pyrethrum. I don't really though. So as always, here's the scientific name. Erigeron annuus. Of course, annuus just refers to annual, means it only it lives 1 year as a plant. The other word, from what I looked up, it means a woolly old man. I wonder what they're talking about there. Anyway, but I think from what I read, that comes from what the seed pods look like after the flowers go to seed. It looks like a woolly old man. That's what I read, because the flowers don't really look like a woolly old man. That's what the scientific name comes from. And I should say there are other types of Fleabane. Oh, I should say we never mentioned what this specific type is called. This is often referred to as daisy Fleabane, like early in the video showed you how much it looks like daisies. Daisy Fleabane, sometimes it's called annual Fleabane or just common Fleabane. Not sure if this grows over in Europe or not, but over here in the US there are other different species depending on where you live. Here in Pennsylvania we also have something called Philadelphia Fleabane, which I think, if I remember correctly, the flower petals have a slight pinkish cast or color to them rather than being all white. That's Philadelphia Fleabane. I think it's the only two Fleabanes that grow here in my area, but depending on where you live, you have other varieties as well of Fleabane. As far as being edible, I did learn something. I was researching this morning a little bit, and it did say that the leaves, pull a little leaf off the stem, are actually edible. I never knew that before. I mean, I knew about some of the other things that we're going to talk about, but not the edibility. So I'm going to try one here, see what it tastes like. Of course, having just talked about how it's a natural insect repellent, pyrethrum, but we'll try it. Yeah, sorry, there's some traffic noise back there. Someone in a big truck. You know, doesn't taste bad. Doesn't taste good either. I think I'm gonna spit it out. Yeah, I think I'll pass on the edibility factor of that one. The sites I mentioned didn't say that it tasted necessarily especially good, but hey, you know, if you're starving and there's a whole field of Fleabane, so I wouldn't eat it in excess because it has that pyrethrum in it. And as I say in all my videos, I throw this disclaimer out there: if you are going to eat anything I mention in these videos or use anything medicinally, make sure you do your own research and be careful about how you handle these things, because you know, if you handle, even if something is edible or medicinal, if you use it incorrectly, it could cause you some harm. And I also learned some new words from researching this plant. I got some of my notes here. This plant is also a vermifuge. Let me write that word down for you here. A vermifuge. Kind of an interesting word. It's also a febrifuge. So vermifuge and a febrifuge. There you go. Vermifuge and febrifuge. A vermifuge is something that expels worms or internal parasites from your intestines. So, which makes sense because it is a natural insecticide. So, makes sense that, you know, internal parasites wouldn't care for it either. So, also a febrifuge. That means it helps to get rid of fevers. So there's two new words for me right there. I didn't know before. It's kind of interesting. But like I said, if you do use it for those things, oh, you know, I spelled vermifuge wrong. There's supposed to be an M in there. Let's quick correct that. Vermifuge. There, we put the little M in there. I'm a horrible speller. Vermifuge. I teach, well, you know, I teach during the school year. Always, first day of class, I gotta let my students know that I'm a horrible speller. Yeah, sorry about the traffic noise too. A lot of people out in their big trucks revving their engines and stuff. Anyway, so vermifuge, not verifuge. So as I was saying, if you do use it for those things, especially internally, make sure you do your research first. Don't just, you know, be careless about things and cause harm to yourself. So that is Fleabane, an interesting plant. It often grows in, you know, open areas along the edges of fields, along roadsides and trails. It's not, you're not going to find it in the woods too much. If you watch my video on yarrow, it often grows in the same places that yarrow does as well. And like I said, a lot of people think it's a daisy, but it's not. It's called Fleabane, and it's, you know, daisies are usually much bigger, like I showed you earlier in the video. But anyway, that is Fleabane. If you want to, you know, drop some, you know, maybe if you're camping or something, you know, it might be something to put, you know, with your stuff. Maybe it does help keep the insects away. I've never actually tried it. Actually, I often wondered if I would like make a mixture, like a puree, or even put it in like a, I don't know, you know, cook it up, get the good stuff, get the stuff that is the insecticide into water, and like use it as a spray. I'm not sure if that would work. I never really looked that up as like a natural bug repellent, but no one's ever tried it before from what I know. But anyway, I'm just kind of rambling, but anyway. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you around.